Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, New Me by Hannah. I am so glad to have you back with me today. It is freezing cold here. I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but I am freezing. So it has been an absolutely crazy year. So if you are having stress, if you're feeling stress, if you're feeling anxious, like potentially about 99% of the population right now, then I am here to help you. So stick around. In this video, I will be showing you my top tips for combating stress, or at least helping a little bit. Hopefully we can get through it together. As ever, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell for future updates. And let's just get into the video. So stress is the physical aspect of anxiety. So when we get stressed, it affects everything: our mood, our relationships, our self-esteem, everything. So when you get stressed, it can have a real impact on your life. Stress isn't just in your head, it can give you some physical symptoms as well. So it can give you an increased heart rate, shallow breathing, tension in your muscles. It can give you stomach problems and also headaches as well. So it's not something that you can just ignore. It's something that you have to really address. With that in mind, tip number 1 is an exercise that you can do really simply. Now, as I said, it is an emotion, and emotions, they're going to be there, so you need to acknowledge them. And through this exercise, it's weird, but it does kind of work. So you have to kind of tense all of your muscles. You have to make yourself really tight, like you have to do the face. It only works with the face. So you tense yourself up, hold it, hold it, hold it, and then relax. And hopefully you should just feel a little bit more, just not as tight as you were. So you need to do it a few times, but certainly try that exercise because it can help. Another great tip, if you are into trying little exercises, is certainly different breathing techniques. So a great one that I tend to use is if you breathe in for, say, 3 seconds, so like 1, 2, 3, and then breathe out for 5 seconds. You can count to 5, so I'm not going to do it. But if you do that, if you keep doing that for like 4 or 5 times through, you should feel yourself start to, it certainly drops your heart rate down fairly fast. So if you do that a couple of times, then hopefully that should bring your heart rate down and you should just feel a little bit more relaxed. Definitely check out what you're eating. Make sure you're having a good diet, and above all, make sure you're having a decent amount of probiotics in your diet. So that comes from yogurt. You can obviously get the little drinks that help you out. Fermented foods. Now, the way these help, especially with stress, it's a bit weird because you've probably heard it that your gut health is quite indicative of your overall health. So if you've got good gut health, you should have good overall health. There are studies that have been done that suggest that taking probiotics in your diet helps to alleviate negative emotion, improves cognitive function, and overall, the signs that it could help to create serotonin as well, which makes you feel happier. So overall, helping your stress levels go down. Definitely need to be more active. That is a must. Even if you're going around the block for a 10-minute walk, that is exactly what you need to do. If you can get some other activity in there as well, then even better. On the same note, it's also been proven that if you do exercise at the same time as you're doing something else. So for example, if you go for a run, but then at the same time you're listening to a podcast, so you're kind of thinking about something else, then allegedly there are studies to say that it uses different parts of your brain that are usually quite hard to reach. And in doing that, it creates more serotonin and in turn makes you happier. So get your earphones out, go for a walk or a run and listen to other stuff. I love to listen to comedy, When I go for a run, if I'm listening to comedy, one, I'm not thinking about the running, which I don't particularly enjoy, but at the same time, I'm laughing, I'm smiling, it's making me happy. So my top tip would be to put on some comedy while you're running around, because honestly, I got through a half marathon doing that. It really, really helps. The next tip is probably like everybody knows this. You just need to get more sleep. That is as simple as that. Not getting enough sleep means that your stress levels will go up. There's also studies to suggest that if you do have stress and you're not getting enough sleep, then it's going to cause you a lot of health problems in the future. So make sure overall, above else, you go into sleep at a decent hour and you're trying to get some good sleep. If you are stressed because you have maybe something big going on in your life and you don't quite know how to manage it or cope with it, then break it down. Like, if you are trying to lose a stone in weight, that's a big goal, that's something that's huge. And you can't just look at it and think, oh my God, how do I lose a stone? No, it doesn't work like that. How do you lose a pound? You're literally doing, what can I do tomorrow that's a healthier choice that in, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, it can make me lose a stone, if that's what you want to do. If you've got a job interview, like that you're stressing over, first of all, break it down. Think about questions that you might be asked, questions that you need to ask them. What are you going to wear? You just need to break it down into tiny little pieces. And then when you've mastered all of that, you'll be great at what you're doing. So whatever your big project is, if you have something that is causing you stress, break it down, because a little bit at a time, you're only one person. So unless you're outsourcing, then literally just break it down into manageable bits and you can do it. That's all you need to do. If you are stressed, it is a huge part to have somebody to actually talk to. So hopefully you've got a family member or a friend that you can go and confide in. Maybe you can tell them what's going on with you, what's causing you so much stress. Or if you don't know why you're stressed, just have a conversation with them and maybe try and figure it out. Like, that's the best thing. If I've got something going on, I will literally arrange a walk or something with my friend. We'll go for a walk and we will put the world to rights, because she will tell me what's going on and she'll tell me how to fix it. So my next tip is that you have to allow yourself to be positive. I know it sounds weird. You also have to give yourself time to enjoy things. So make sure every day that you are taking note of what is good around you. So, for example, if you are having such a bad week at work, then maybe appreciate the fact that you have a job. Maybe appreciate the fact that you have enough money to support your family. Maybe just, put a positive spin on it, if that makes sense. Another thing that you need to do is also just take some time out for you. Make sure that you're pampering yourself. Make sure you're taking an hour out to go and have a bath, or, you're just doing something, even for the smallest amount of time, to get you back to you, because you deserve it. You need some time for you, and you need to, acknowledge that you deserve to have some good time. On the same kind of wavelength as well, you also need to challenge unhelpful thoughts. So if you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm really big, I'm that big, I'm never going to lose weight, I'm never going to be pretty, like, I'm never going to be healthy, then if you say these things to yourself often enough, or you catch yourself saying it, you have to stop it. You have to challenge it. You have to think to yourself, why do I think that? Why can I not change? Is there something that's stopping me? If so, sort it out. And if not, then you need to reaffirm that to yourself and say, I can change myself, I want to change myself, and I'm going to change myself. So it's all about, if you've got a negative thought, if you think you're really bad at your job, is there a reason you think you're really bad at your job? Is that just something you tell yourself, or is it something you need to improve on? At the end of the day, anything you say negative to yourself, stop it, question it, change it, and then turn it into something positive instead. And when you do that, you will feel less stressed, you will be happier, and hopefully you can turn it into a really positive emotion. My final bonus for you is generally have some silliness in your life. Like, I've been quite stressed this week. I've had a really difficult week at work, and I met my friend literally this morning, and we've had snow this morning, and we were like, should we go? Should we not go? You know, it's cold outside. But we went. I met her. We were like children this morning. We were so silly. People were probably wondering what was wrong with us. We built a snowman, and it was just like, we needed that, you know? It was only like an hour out of our day, and it was completely silly and stupid. But, God, I feel so de-stressed now after doing that. So go and be silly. Go and do something completely crazy, because I really think that helps stress a lot. So I hope I've given you some good tips in this video. If I have, and you're putting anything that I'm saying into practice and it's working, must work, then pop me a comment in the section below, because I'd love to hear from you. And as ever, don't forget to subscribe, very important, and I will see you in the next video.